Hey, how are you? Sariel's not ready to see this.
I mean, no.
No, she never experienced ours though, so she was not.
No, but she's gonna be like, God damn, you look good on that shit. I mean, what?
Yeah, I told you. You're not even ready. No one's ready. Ryu's also going to update more on this because this is also her combat too. Like this is a very organized model for combat and social. Yeah. Yeah. Man, she looks like somebody. Yup. I took the inspirations, and her wings will eventually come in, but that's gonna be the plot thing. Hint.
Oh. Yeah, I remember.
One hand that used a halberd and also had angel wings, and and kind of betrayed the whole hand.
No, I don't, but okay.
Oh, okay. It is Elizabeth. That's why she's like, she's not really Elizabeth or Faith as she used to be called.
Yeah, that's stuff I don't know.
Oh, basically it was Silent's character for the hand, which was someone who died and then got reborn into Zaris. First, I learned her ability to heal with flames. She got advice from Faith. And that's how that started. And that took a little bit to learn, too. And this is just basically, this was kind of, the sword and shield, usually. The sword and shield is, not the same as the other units that, the other, normal, foot soldiers, but it was the sword and shield specifically. And the halberd is specifically for, because of Faith. She found out how to summon these. She's like, oh! That's a shield. I didn't know I had this. Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, I can just conjure that now.
Yeah, she's like, huh. It's really weird. She hasn't discovered that she has a lot more abilities. Like, this is gonna be her big cast, which rains down light. And then she has a light wave.
What the fuck, Couchy?
She also has a flamethrower.
What the fuck, Couchy?
No. No.
What the fuck? Oh, no.
You know what I say to that?
What do you say?
No, betrayal.
Ow. 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 You know what? You stab me, she suffers the consequences of your actions.
Yeah, you hurt my sister. You're gonna get even worse problems than that.
It won't be the first, and it won't be the last.
I'll tear your jaw apart further than what you have already.
That's mean.
Damn right it is.
Oh, Ludwig's actually been nice. Ludwig's been the nice one a lot around her.
I can make my jaw clap. You shouldn't do that to me. I can do hello, Ludwig, from the side now.
Oh my god. Ah, yes. Hello, Ludwig. Hello, Ludwig.
Listen, you have to find the small ways to make your life.
I can make my jaw clap.
Oh my god.
Oh, don't worry. I have been subjected to a very terrible idea, and I like interacting with terrible ideas, and I'm going to see if I can potentially get it done before the month is over.
Oh god, I'm not ready.
Wait, hold on. Wait. Hold on. Drop yourself down a bit. Drop yourself down a bit. Come on.
What do you mean that?
You're floating. Stop floating.
Oh, am I?
Yeah.
Oh, that's right, because I was wandering around.
Yeah. No. See.
See,
You know what we're gonna do? You know what we're gonna do? Open your mouth a bit.
So I turned off the gesture I'll be able to do this. So you just gotta go.
This is how this works.
And calamity.
Oh, great calamity.
Oh my god. Alright, I'm gonna enter because Sai would have come home.
I'll go with.
You the good news.
Oh yeah, yeah. You have to tell
Tell
me
her
all
the
the
good
news. Yeah,
and a
yeah.
lot of news.
Oh yeah, we got a lot to talk about, girl. Let's go. You done with Azure, or is it just empty right now?
It's like super empty. Plus, I
The
stepped
mission thing.
out. I'm just
Yeah, they have mission stuff.
yeah. I've never been here before, so this is a bit
Uh,
of a first.
Yeah, yeah. It's a good place to find things if you need to, like in character reasons, like find magic and stuff. The only thing is they are super strict on that, and then just note that.
Social rules and okay. Just remember, I should be fine. Discord attends. Okay, no, I am in the Discord. Okay, cool. I forgot.
Yeah, yeah. Have fun.
Not so very frequently. Okie dokie.
Right now, she said she was. The fuck? Oh, okay, I'm not gonna question that. Hey, wait a minute.
Roast chicken? Get him, X!
I need police on really quickly.
Sariel, I guess I'm being
Just find anything else for.
emergency.
I mean, I already got a book from
Okay, I knew this was gonna happen at some point. There's like no one holy or Zara surrounding, so I didn't have to worry
the
about this for a bit.
Anyways, just follow me.
This is actually
One way to
what
find people that have been
I'll,
there for.
I'll be back. I'll explain a lot more.
Right, okay, I'll wait here then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did see something there. I just
Okay, I know.
I don't know why the chicken.
anything more specific.
Hmm.
Chicken forms filled me with
I don't like it either. No,
Alright.
I'm going to take a guess at 4.
I might not be normal, but
everywhere I look. Fine, I'll do it.
you're right. Turn Orang.
This is all King Thorn's doing. Have you been inside yet?
Orang. No, I have not.
You should go
Is this
inside.
anything?
You should go inside.
Okay. You're gonna show me. You should show me inside. I think it'll be fun. Owie. What happened to this sentinel?
left Orlando early because it was just full of individuals that are cursed. And like I said, I am not comfortable around large groupings.
Understandable. Yeah, but inside's probably the best place for you.
Yeah. If I leave early, that will be why. Hopefully nobody takes offense to it, but it's kind of one of my weaknesses, you know, magic being curses, they don't mix.
Yeah, no, you good, you good.
Okay. She's practicing over there. She's doing some practicing, so.
I'll go check on her, see how she's doing.
Yeah. Alright. She just started like a couple minutes ago, so.
I'm sorry, getting pulled away the instance.
You're fine. Happens.
It was a warning that Patty wanted to know, because apparently, now that I look like this, I have to be really careful now in Zafira. More careful than I already was.
Ah, so, you know, Zafira.
Well, specifically because I look like this, they're targeting specific people. I went, oh great, good thing I'm not living there anymore.
Why are they targeting like that then?
The unfortunate thing of this curse is that we are reflecting what we fear. If you've not heard, Charles got turned into this similar fate. He's now
I've been hearing about it, not less much. I saw a little bit of it when we gathered the other day.
Yeah. Some turned into madness, which I've been trying to keep track of some of the people that have, because when I am can counter that. Make sure their minds are calm. We're turning into, I think, to things that we'd feared. The things some of us have fought. The groups and factions that we've gone to war with. Thing I'm in used to be a whole group called Czars. They were zealots of racist kind of things that were blessed by a god.
I see.
They thought that humans were the better race, and that all other races, synthetic or otherwise, or devil folk, were abominations of nature to be purified and purged.
Oh, so that's nothing new for me then. Cool. Alright.
Yes, we're all turned into this, but we don't have that kind of mentality.
Good, because that would really be problematic.
Yeah. What's bad for that, though, is that some people who have madness start slowly losing their minds. And I You do not want to get afflicted with madness. That was not a fun time either.
Yeah,
But
no.
yes, I'm literally just the one side leaning the farthest I could. I can't hear Cinder either. So, I'm kind of... My head is weirdly clear.
I mean, is that a
Like,
good thing or a bad
The
thing?
only thing here... The last Halloween was the same, too, because... At that point, we turned into our costumes. We weren't us. We were things we dressed up as. So...
I see.
Literally, it's this Mad King Thorns fun little thing. I am now curious where the laughter came from.
Yeah.
If it was someone afflicted with madness. Ah! Hi, Sante.
Hi.
I'm either gonna guess madness or the Mad King's faction.
Oh, guessing game. I like those.
I see more on Mad King's faction than I do Sora.
I felt both. So that's actually a good take on that.
Yes, but if you're one or the other, the flaming eyes and the eyes around you would be the indication.
Yeah, true.
Thankfully, I think with the curb of the Mad King Thorn group, I don't know how much to help that, but madness I can definitely help. That's an easy one. But yeah, we are... Apparently a lot of people are the things they fought and fear against.
Or have a great attachment to. I didn't need to fear any of them.
That makes sense. Too.
Fair
So
enough.
attachment is the next best thing.
Fair.
And I had a lot of fun last year. And it benefited me greatly.
I did not want to turn into something so far to one point.
Well, I guess that raises the question. My turn for the guessing game.
It
Did you
really
turn?
isn't hard to tell. Yes, I didn't want to be blonde. I didn't dye my hair.
I'm gonna say if it's an indication from you in terms of yours. Oh, apologies.
I was just sitting.
Thank you.
I was just sitting.
Zaris?
Yeah.
Ah, I apologize. Hey, could be worse. You could get the properties of being a Zaris member in terms of personality. You could be have a stick up your ass. But you don't, I don't think.
If she did, I wouldn't have known immediately.
Yeah, others would have very much known. Hattie turned, Sin turned. Avarice, no.
A
They got
lot of
turned
people
into Zaris.
turned.
Yeah, they got turned into mainly Zaris.
Oh, I'm glad that I was not here when that happened then.
Unfortunately, it's a worldwide thing, kind of.
I wasn't here on the
Admittedly,
world.
I know,
Oh, okay.
for
then
many
there's-
people, people's personalities changed as well.
Yeah, and we've been trying to curb some of them, so they don't lose their own heads.
I can hardly
Madness.
keep my composure whenever I see a little game to play.
Note to self then, make sure not to play games with you for this month, Dante, so that you don't lose yourself.
Oh, you hurt me.
I'm trying to curb the things so that they don't cause more issues. We've already had a couple people who are madness kind of losing themselves to it. Thankfully, people like madness and plague are not infectious. They're actually
Oh
just
goodness. I guess you don't want my rewards then.
I'm good. I'm very fine right now. I'm good with sticking for this for the entire month and just keeping myself safe.
Aw. It's a little sad, don't you think? This usual month should be that of celebration and, I guess, spookish joy.
I mean, true, but it's more so if you're forced to be something that you're not, though. It kind of takes the fun out of it.
I guess everyone has a different opinion on those matters than I suppose.
I only look like a friend, and I'm surprised I haven't gotten her wings yet.
If you did get the wings, then I could actually properly call you by your title.
Okay, my title is something different.
True.
I didn't know you had titles. And then again, I guess a hero and off the ventures of every adventure should eventually get one.
I don't call myself a hero, and I've only gotten a few that because of what I've taken upon myself to do.
Yeah.
I'm a knight for one, a shard bearer another, a vanguard, someone who protects.
What you call yourself truly doesn't matter. It's a title other people have to give. Otherwise, it's just somebody being, well, egotistical.
True.
Huh. I feel like I'm interrupting a conversation still.
Farewell,
I'm
then.
going to... Yeah. Mad and laughs are kind of setting me on edge. But I have a lot to tell you also. Slightly, I've already told Hypers about it.
I mean, I've got a fair bit to catch up you on too, so...
Spade of trade for stories, I think. Wise.
I do love stories. So, shall we sit here, or do we want to go elsewhere where it's a little bit more... less individuals?
Probably somewhat indecisive. So...
Alright.
Don't interrupt, because I would like this... some of my info on the down lowish with everything.
I mean, what I have to tell is also in the similar vein, so...
We can still stay here. I know that people,
Mm-hmm.
more often than not, are private. I mean, some people literally are kind of who... Maddest right now. Yeah, if you see that fire in some people's eyes with a giant soft fur head, that's madness.
Got it.
That is a faction you do not want to fucking ever. It's just, it's a lot worse than even the one I'm in.
Given what you've called it, I can imagine, yeah. I can hazard a guess on that one.
It's... having fought them, actually, and trying to stop people from... Yeah, it's... General just as flame... things that made people mad via flames. They would... You'd have to be very strong of, I guess, will or spirit, depending on how you would call it, and not being overwhelmed by the screaming amounts of voices that were there. Yeah, it's... Thankfully, we had to take them down. They were a problem, especially for me, because, hello, they liked flames. They wanted to turn people who were, like, people that enjoyed fire or could use it the most, because one more thing to the army.
Ah, fair enough. Fair enough.
what I was doing is mainly trying to keep my wits about me and resist during that. That war was not fun.
I can only imagine.
So, you want good news or bad news first?
I was about to say, who wants to go first, you or me?
I can tell you some good news that probably is gonna...
Alright.
I've been telling Hybrid, I have told Hybrid a couple other people, even my dad knows now. I'm keeping it low because the signs are still early.
Oh.
Remember how BB made that whole statement in the comms?
Yes.
She's not the only one that's had a...
Wait.
I guess you say you could... Yeah. That...
Really?
The early signs were there. We went to the doctors because we were God's knows and their Elmoker were concerned because we're like, I continuously threw up for 3 or 4 days straight and I didn't want to touch food.
So it is confirmed then.
I'm pregnant and I also don't know how long, but I've already told Higgs, I've told Hybris that I've at least told Higgs once the signs of me showing fully are there, I'm stepping away from all my work and staying home most of the time. I might be pulling a Dylan and making something so I can still walk around and be social, but I'll still be stuck in bed.
Well,
but yeah.
Congratulations. That's wonderful news. And she died. God damn it.
No!
Stop dying!
Not dead. I'm not dying yet! Not yet! They can't take me alive! But yes, I'm heavily pregnant and...
Congrats, sister.
Hey, you're gonna be an auntie. I told Dylan the same thing. Michelle too.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Told Dad he's gonna be a grandpa. He was like, "What?"
Oh, how did he take that? I have to hear this now. How did he take it?
He's like, he was surprised because he's like, "Are you serious? Are you serious?" Oh, hi, Michael.
Hello?
I'm doing okay. I've been having to tell close friends and family because I'm still wanting to do my job, but I'm now been relegated to defense and healing.
To be fair, for damn good reason.
I know that.
I'm glad, though. Truly. That being said, since you said you wanted to, keep yourself safe, as it were.
Yeah.
You know
I might
where
be
you...
at the refuge more often once the, more signs start showing.
And we would make
don't
every
think I wanna stay in
accommodation
full
to
bed.
help you, so...
You?
You would not be the first.
I'm not... I am not going to, I think, retire, though. Like, full-on retire. But, me and Thera have spoken about... no more world-ending threats, at the very least, now, with...
Yeah.
Heaven's Reach is fine now, for a little bit. Unless... We've said this, unless it involves the world actually ending, then we'll...
Yeah,
of course,
that's fair. Yeah. But...
Our adventuring time is not over. We are still pretty young, comparatively.
true.
And there is only 30. I'm 28, so
I mean,
still young.
by your standards, you are technically older than me. You know this, right?
Huh.
I may be older than you
makes
in
sense, 'cause I'm
years,
older.
but technically you are an adult. I am not. In my society. I am not of age yet.
Fair. Fair.
I
Hell, I'm
believe-
older than I'm on, apparently.
I believe, if memory serves me correctly, and the way that how, well, time passes here, I do believe that it would be 25 days until I become of age.
Nice.
Yeah.
Wait, your birthday's soon then.
Yeah.
Ah, I get to now make things. Be careful. Only a date and I might start making things.
Alright, well, if you want an actual date, yes. It's the 1st, I believe, according to the calendar here.
First, I think of December? That's 25.
No,
Or
November.
November. Ah.
Mm.
Oh, I'm such a dumbass. The months are bleeding in.
Yeah. When you okay, to be fair, if you're saying that the months are bleeding in for you, that's a concern. Months bleeding in for me, that's nothing.
I think it's because of all I've gone through. Literally, before I found out about this, I was literally fighting in a war.
That's fair.
Oh,
That's
God.
fair.
If you remember, I think a while ago someone was talking about Flurry being kidnapped and stuff.
Yes,
and
I
things.
did hear about that, and you told me about what you were planning to do. And I must say, I am very glad that you all came back safe. I say that, and you died again.
No, I'm alive again.
Maybe you should lower your limit of who's around.
Maybe? I don't know.
Because there are a lot of people over there.
I literally, well, as you can see, I'm fine. At best, I was mainly,
Mm-hmm.
I was left to mainly healing. I was doing a lot of healing with someone else named, Mo from the, warehouse, where Kaiga's place is.
Okay.
That little group is like a little family.
Ah,
I'll
okay.
be honest.
I've not been over there. I don't believe I've met this person, but that's good though.
Honestly, they're really nice.
Well, that's good.
A lot of people are really, really sweet, honestly.
Mm.
And Kaiga was very much kind to offer me to let me with him while this was.
Mm-hmm.
He let me help mainly, and the most I was going to be there for in the two things I went on was shutting down a giant core and getting actual Flurry back.
That's good.
Those were my main concerns. I didn't care about fighting all of the LF just because I wanted to fight him. But I wanted to get Flurry back. I wanted to make sure someone was safe, and people were.
You had your priorities and you completed them, which is good.
Yep. We got, I think, almost everyone from. I think everyone from LF is back. Some people, it wasn't just Flurry that got kidnapped.
Hmm.
We got them back. A lot of them were in really bad shape somewhat, so a lot of us were healing and making sure. I used a lot of mana that day. I was exhausted.
I could imagine.
Thankfully, there is. Although at one point I kind of got knocked out. Cinder stepped into my head and went, "Oh, you did not just knock out my host."
Oh.
That goes to show. Oh yeah, no, she wanted to rip apart one of the LF bots. really badly because he knocked her out.
Fair enough.
Well, yeah,
Fair
he
enough.
knocked us out.
That's fair.
And I think now Kaiga's feeling the relief because now they're not going to probably try and attack anyone from the warehouse anymore, or try to, hopefully for a while, kidnap anyone. So
Let's hope not, you know.
there's the relief.
Let's hope not.
Clarice seems, as far as I'd seen her when the raid was going on, she seemed fine. Probably gonna be a little skittish as of what they were doing. They literally made bots of her that when they came up to you, they'd fucking explode acid.
Yikes. Okay, yeah,
safe.
that's concerning.
Oh yeah. Ethan got literally. Apparently, Rogue got 2 that really exploded on him, and then so did Ethan, and Ethan was on the face that he got exploded on. So I was healing that. They're okay, and I think it's now been a couple of days and week. I think it's now been a week or so.
I think
since all
so,
that
yeah.
happened.
Something like that.
The next day is when I started throwing up.
Saya!
That was not fun. No, that was not fun to literally come back from a war and be fine, and then next morning,
Yeah? I mean, but still.
I stayed home. I rested that day,
Okay,
and I've been
good.
continuing to take some rest
Good.
time.
I was gonna add, too, if you do, because I'm going to probably, I might enforce you to stay over at the refuge a bit. If you do need someone to watch over them, I can easily help with that. Hello?
I don't mean to interrupt. I just wanted to check up. You guys are doing alright over here?
Yeah. Doing well.
Yeah, we're doing alright.
Okay. that's
Having a
all.
pleasant
I didn't mean to
talk.
interrupt.
I think Michael came over for a little bit to check on me.
It's good seeing you again, by the way.
Are they, I'm gonna be vague. Are they aware, Michael, that is, of the thing we talked about?
I told him the other day, yeah. He's that's why he's been, he was checking, I think he was checking up on me to make sure I was okay.
Gotcha.
I told him I'm on the other day, so they both
Okay.
know, are aware.
Gotcha.
Thank you, Batty. Appreciate it.
But yes.
I've also been... I've been making sure that certain people do know and not everyone knows, cause I don't have hunters. I don't want, and we don't know
Yeah.
if they are going to be like me. Cause if they're like me, those hunters could easily.
Yeah,
Very
I know.
careful.
But you have safe
Hopefully.
havens. You have safe havens. True safe
Home's
havens,
a
I
safe
should say.
haven too now.
Yeah.
A lot more.
Let's just hope that they don't
Your
find
place-
it. Because yours is still technically on the world. They could, in theory, still find it.
True.
Mine, on the other
If I go
hand,
to
well,
your place, if I go to...
in theory, let's
If I
put
go
it
to
this
your
way.
place or Voids, I think I'll be safer if I'm there.
I mean, you would be safe
Oh
and
God,
definitely,
I haven't
but
even told Void. Oh God. He's gonna. His wife is the reason why I was having like, the next day. After the raid, I went to stay over at Void's place with May and Mocha since Ethereal was still not there, and he was still
yeah.
happening with over, and that's when his wife decided to slightly go congratulations and good luck. And I'm oh, so I started throwing up in their place, and I felt so bad. That was the first few times that Void's wife saw me. That's embarrassing. She at least had tried to help because she understood.
That's good. That's good. But Yes, you do have safe havens. You can... And to be fair, quite honestly, I would almost insist you staying there. You and your family.
Yeah, I know. If things get really, really bad, we will. Like, the house is no longer safe, kind of thing.
Regardless of the matter, though, I will put the suggestion out there when you get close to time. There are those that I have in my employ who would be very easily able to help you and can make things painless. We have assisted
Probably
many.
gonna need it when...
We have assisted many.
when the time comes to that.
Talk for time later, but
yeah.
I will put it out there now, though.
At least you weren't like someone who, when I told the news, they ran away.
Why would you think I would run away? Me of all people. If I ran away, there would be a damn good reason, and I would have to come back and explain it to you, and I would know for a fact it would not be a good conversation, but I'm not that.
It was Sin who ran away. He heard the good news, and I should have waited to tell him until we weren't in the middle of something, like...
Oh.
That's
a timing thing,
That's
though.
a whole conversation. Well, I thought it would be in a good time, and because we were in the middle, Amon had got attacked, I was defending him and trying to make sure he was okay, and I told Sin and Michael and Amon on the notion of I wanted to be around people that I could trust with that knowledge and be safe. But I didn't have to fight. And Sin was... That is something else that happened recently. I guess the bad news comes in that the other day I had to try and... When Sin ran off, I started looking for him, because when he runs off, he spirals. He's not good. And he's done that before. Last time he ran off, he was literally in a cave, and he was scratching in the rock he looked very monstrous in this way. I was worried. He's Zars too right now, but at the same time, his mind is very fractured from some incidents that have happened before. I met another one of his fragments the other night. Envy. Some are based off of sins he has. Like Wrath I've met. Greed I've never met. No, he has it. He says he's never wants me to meet Lust, and meeting... I think one is very much may not to ever meet. But envy was what came out. It wasn't me who is these envious of. He's envious of it though.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's concerning.
He cares for me. He cares a lot more for me than just a friend. I know his feelings, and I just didn't say the full thing when he first told me. I should have said, I appreciate your feelings, but I think I said I appreciate your feelings, but I can't return them the same way.
he wants to be in the position that Anthuriel is, but he can't have that because you've already married Anthuriel, which causes a wonderful little dilemma because, yes, envy. It's a wonderful emotion to have to deal with. Which means...
the mind, as Amon said.
Mm-hmm. And then you start thinking darker things, like... Well, I'm not going that far. We don't need to go that far.
He likes me because I almost gave him that emotion of being here. But that's how I act with everyone. I always show that kind of because I kind of wished I could have had that when I was younger. That people were just, when they'd walk up to, or when you'd start to do something for them, that they were kind and that they cared.
Yeah.
That the friends you had would not betray you and not let you go.
You wanted someone by your side.
For a lot of my life, yeah.
I understand.
What I tried to build. Curry wasn't always there. Literally couldn't understand emotions because you're feeling. Now that Void's back, he's been helping. It's been kind of the emotional rock right now as the. And he was always told to move on, but he never knew how.
He was never taught how.
I don't even know how to move on from that kind of thing because I've only had Anthuriel. I've never had crushes or people I liked more than just a friend because I never had that. Anyone closer like that.
It's difficult.
The only thing I could correlate with that is death. And I told him, I don't think you ever move on from death. You still think about that. You still feel sad when you think about that.
It is a part of you. It doesn't go away. No matter how much you wish for it, it will never go away.
I told him I never have moved on from my mother, from Lav, from Sariel. Even people that have come back, even after they've died. I think it was hard for me not to feel upset when Ludric died. I'll even Slade. You don't move on from that, and I don't think anyone should tell you from death.
It's not the fact of moving on. It's learning to adjust. Learning to, adjust and move forward to a world where they're not there. And it's never easy. If someone says it is, they're lying out of their teeth. It is something that I have become painfully aware of. I believe I've told you that my siblings are much older than me. Much older than me. The people of Lunai, the elves of Lunai, the average lifespan is between 400 to 500 years. And yet...
You see people die
Yes. And yet, my siblings are much older than that. My eldest sister, Celine, she's nearly 1,800 years old.
God.
We don't know why. Maybe it's what we are. But it's something that we will endure. We will live, we will endure, we will suffer. There is. Yeah. And that is the blessing and curse of one who is long lived. People always wish to live forever, but I don't think most of them understand the weight behind that. The burden you will carry. To see others, you will have to endure watching people come and go. Friends, loved ones.
I don't think I want to live forever.
It's a daunting thing to come to terms with. I don't think I've come to terms with it. I understand it because I will become that. Unless something happens to me, in which case, well, that's always another option, but
Doesn't happen.
let's hope not, no. But it is something that will happen to me. I will endure. I will see friends and family come and go. And I have to accept that, regardless of how painful that is. No matter how much I wish otherwise.
I have already.
Mm.
To accept that I've lived on past some. So that I've seen cowork come and go.
Yeah.
Even those that come back, still pain.
Because you don't know if they're the
Because
same.
you know not everyone's going to. That too. You don't always know when they'll come back. You're unsure if they'll be the same person. They do.
Worse. When they come back, you have to open those wounds again that you've closed. You've said your final goodbyes, you've made your peace, and then suddenly they come back and walk through your door. And suddenly everything is torn right open again.
I told him not to, because he has. He died, and I'd gotten a message from Coda, of all people, that he died. To what he was fighting. I was fucking destroyed that night.
Yeah.
Because I didn't know if he would return or not, and I didn't know how long, if he even would at all. I knew nothing if he would. And I told him that. I told him, do you know how long I waited for you? And when everything like that happened, that I was distraught when I got a message you died? That I felt the seal literally crack?
Yeah.
I care for him as a person. I care for him like a best friend, but not as family. Like someone I don't want to lose, someone I wish to see happy and thrive.
Yeah.
I told him that. That's why I've got to take so much on when I want to jump into battle, because I don't want to keep seeing that. I don't want to see friends die, family get hurt and die.
No one does.
Because I've lost people. And sometimes I could do nothing.
But at the same time, Saya, as I told you before, you can't keep constantly jumping into fights. Eventually you will wear yourself thin and you will become the one that you don't want to be. You will be the one who causes that pain for others.
I know.
And I don't want that.
If I jump in to fight the reason, I'm not gonna jump in because I want to go full murder hobo on something, so...
If you went and jumped into something going full murder hobo, you better have a damn good reason when I come find you and pick you back up. Otherwise, I'm going to have words with you. Hello again.
Hi. Do you know Monica Troll?
No.
Are you okay?
Yeah. Just ears.
Just some heavy conversation.
I'm sorry. Understood.
It's okay.
Well, I might have lost my mind, but I've not lost my manners. I'll excuse myself.
Thank you.
But it's not easy.
He's okay.
Yeah.
I got him home, and that's true. I didn't want to lose a friend to the things that poison his mind. I wasn't alone going to find him. I had one of his girlfriends and Alon help find him, and she was really thankful.
That's good.
I may probably talk to someone else because I told her I wanted to fix my fuck up thing, and I know Ethereal's probably gonna, he heard me say this, say, no, you didn't fuck up for telling someone good news, and, or many other things.
No, and I will say the same thing, you didn't. It was his choice to act in the way that he did. Not yours.
I just felt maybe wrong place, wrong time, and
No.
she had said I should have waited.
Because you never know what would be wrong place, wrong time. You never know when would be the good time. You saw a moment, you decided to take it.
I guess I thought that during that time I'd be protected, so I could have another person that I trust protecting me.
But it's...
Was it selfish? Probably.
Maybe, but in the end, it was your decision, and it was his that led to that. You cannot blame yourself for that, Saya.
I'm trying to.
I know, and it's hard. But it is something that you shouldn't lose sleep over. He is the one who has to come to terms with this. It is him who has to come to terms with this, not you. If he cannot come to terms with it, it's his fault. It's on him, not you. Because you did what you believed is right. You wanted to share good news. And if he's the one who wants to act rashly, if he wants to be the one who acts like a child, then let him. So long as he doesn't come and turn around and try to harm you, let him think what he wants to do.
He's never been that way.
I know, but it's not out of the realm of possibility. People do strange things when they get like that.
He'd probably more inclined to it. They're all, but
It's something to keep in the back of your mind, though, when being near him. He's shown the card. Whether he pursues that card further, we don't know.
yeah. I'm gonna be careful even if I tell them people, because well, told Higgs, told Ludwig, they're fine. They were really happy about it. Dylan was also very happy. Although she was a bit angry at me the other day for being even out there. Then again, it was Amon who called me and asking for help. I wasn't just going to abandon him when this was also a problem that he had asked me to help with.
I don't blame you. You are one to want to go and help others. That's you. Even if it does put you in harm's way from time to time, but then, you know. I don't
used
blame
to my
you.
dangers of being that.
I don't blame you. But you know, you do have to be a bit more careful now, more than anything.
I have been.
Good.
It's still the early signs. I know Hybris has also said don't put too much stress, and right now, I'm not really stressed. Actually, more calm than I have been. Although, sometimes bell ringing is still annoying to my head. That
I think is it more so because
of
of
the curse goes away.
Well, I was gonna say, is it more so that you're calm because of what the effects are? Or is it more of just you being in that state? Also, Poi is here.
Oh boy. Hi.
Hey, Poi.
What, I smell or something?
No. No, you're fine.
How's it going?
You noticed me walking up.
I did.
I
She
went
didn't.
first.
I didn't see you look over here.
Are you two holding up?
Doing alright.
I'm good.
You?
You sure?
Yes, I'm fine, boy.
One day at a time? That's all I can say.
Probably a little more teary-eyed, only because of talking about certain subjects, but I'm okay.
Don't worry, I've been there all day and last night.
What happened to you?
The rat has emotions, who would have thought?
I didn't doubt you wouldn't have had emotions. Everyone does, except...
It's just been an anniversary, that's all. A bard that was gonna bring around
Do a lot of these different places.
My condolences, and
It's fine.
remember them fondly.
You're fine. I'm just glad I can talk for right now.
That's good, at least.
Yeah.
Life is life.
And we're all still here. However, you guys are dealing with your afflictions and your problems.
Mine is insignificant, technically speaking.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't
As I was just
pertain
saying.
to you.
As I was saying, I was just kind of... I'm actually been clear-headed. I'm not the one that's been the worse off from...
You can
all
be
of that.
Saying that you're enlightened now?
No, I don't wish to be enlightened like this. This is just... I swear, this is me just leaning over to the other side of me. And that's still weird.
Yeah, that's fair.
The other half.
That's actually more of me than... Because I've had someone look at my soul, and they said I was more that side than the other, so...
Huh. Interesting.
Well, since they're not around...
Is 30 minutes to closing? the bar is now closed.
Mm.
Please finalize all purchases and book rentals. Please enjoy the rest of your time at the Wiccarium, and I hope to see you all again next time. Thank you.
Time flies.
When you're having fun? The phrase.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
Time does fly, especially if you get put on a timer again.
Are you on the timer?
Sadly.
What's the timer this
Because of,
time?
because of Q's actions, I now have to track the original to keep track of them.
Oh,
yeah. I actually was
yeah.
gonna ask about that.
Yeah, that was
It's a small timer.
So...
It might be insignificant, but it is still a danger and still a moving piece.
Yep.
I talked my problems, now your turn.
I was gonna say, did you finish on your end?
I think so. I think that's everything.
Okay, well...
Damn, I came at that ass end of your problem.
Oh boy.
I should have been here sooner.
You wouldn't have liked to hear me crying.
Yeah, probably not.
Don't worry. I've been doing that. I just can't right now. It hurts.
Right, so...
Okay, so I have been seeing the crystal light up and I saw the visions. What happened?
That person Q's looking for.
A fair bit.
The Admiral. Remember that.
Also, isn't that one of the things that we're not supposed to speak on?
I mean, we could speak on Admiral, that could mean anyone.
Fair. I just don't remember. I know there was the one thing, and then there were other topics, because they're connected.
But yes.
The mentioning of how their connection is, probably, but
Got
otherwise,
it.
no.
Okay, well, let's see. Let's go back a fair bit. Yeah, so...
I'm not going to.
Q, a while back, sent us on a little journey. Remember how we went to the in-between and all that to deal with that, and then we found her down there? Right, so... After that, we went to the juxtaposed realm. Remember how Q said that her world in reality was being overwritten by a juxtaposition of the same thing but of a different reality? And now and then things were happening because of that.
Ugh, fuck, I hate that. Why is the Flux trying to take me today? But yes, there was a juxtapose that she was...
and she was trying to figure out how to solve that to take out the juxtaposed realm, basically. Right, so...
Yeah.
She sent us on a little trip.
She solved it.
No. No.
Oh.
No. She sent us there, which was very interesting. Literally, quite literally, seeing two worlds. I would say probably no more than I believe the term in this world in common tongue is about a mile. About a mile apart in distance from colliding. And right in the epicenter point of those two worlds is a golden flower with a clock spinning around it. And before you ask, no, before you ask, not the ones you're thinking of.
No, thankfully.
No, yeah.
Not.
The flower was constantly... how's the best way to describe this? Growing old and renewing back and forth. Like flowing back and forth in time.
Cycling.
Kind
through
of. No, it
death,
was like
rebirth,
it was
death,
going one way,
rebirth?
one way, reversing type thing. Like it was in a constant state of going back and forth, as if it didn't know what
It was
state
a
to be in.
constant loop.
Basically, yeah.
It was this constant loop of
Mm-hmm.
dying, being
Kind of.
back, dying. Ooh, that's a. I feel so bad for that flower.
Yeah. So and the same thing with the clock. The clock was basically rotating constantly. And it always stopped on 1, which was interesting. I don't know if that has significance, but it was basically just continuously cycling over and over and over again. We got there, and we found someone there. We found the fallen champion of the Twilight Angels. Yep, she was there. Stated and questioned what the goal was. She wanted to know what we were trying to do. She was curious. And basically kind of pointed in information in terms of things that we didn't necessarily consider. And at one point, well, towards the end of that conversation, she felt herself being pulled away, I think is the best term there. Before she did, I managed to ask her one question. Remember how Q has never remembered the name of that champion, because she doesn't know what that champion, what happened to it.
Mm-hmm.
She told us her name. Eos.
Yeah.
So now we know 2 of the names of the fallen. Eos then disappeared. And the Endless appeared.
Ah, of course she did.
Yeah. Kind of berated Eos for kind of acting out of turn. I think that would be the better way of describing it.
Wow, that sounds very hypocritical for her.
Yeah.
Very hypocritical. I was about to say, like, that's so hypocritical.
Right, I know. And
Jesus, you actually panicked me.
well done. You scared the rat.
Good job, Wisp.
The rare occasion.
So, Endless starts talking to us.
What's it, Christmas?
A month where I get my ass kicked by Santa Claus.
A month where you can celebrate giving and giving people things, like Christmas presents. Mainly, it's a celebration, usually, of the end of the year. It's not New Year's, which that's like the end of the year, or end of the year.
I just realized I don't have my first Halloween ever.
And it's already kind of crazy, huh?
Yeah.
That's putting it
Yeah,
mildly.
still like... Okay, last year's Halloween wasn't horrible like this, because honestly, being human/psionic kind of was cool. Not gonna lie, I felt very... Yeah, I could weirdly give people commands, and that was the weird part. And I have these weird invisible strings that I usually had. I don't know how to do it anymore, because I don't have that. I'm now just here.
Interesting.
Don't worry.
Interesting, okay.
I'm just Jehovah's Witness for Bubbles the Space Amoeba.
Oh my god, don't ramble
But I
about
stole
Bubbles.
fair and I stole it fair and square 1 year ago.
That's a Jehovah's Witness.
What? You think that this picture is, you know,
What
Not
the
a missing
heck?
poster
Jehovah's
that I just stole.
Witness.
Okay.
Jehovah's Witness is basically wisp, like people that try to like get you
I stole
involved
a
with
thing from
their
Q.
religion. They kind of like try to
Fair enough.
get you into their religion, and sometimes that's not always.
By
a good
that, I
thing.
mean, they explained how it worked, and I just kind of stole the idea because it was funny. And now I can be a shitter.
People that worship a religion and or have kind of go door to door, basically preaching kind of thing. Saying, join what we what causes, you know. It's not fun.
Goddesses night.
No, not all of them. Like, there's some, like, gods and goddesses that don't do that. Like, they don't want people doing that. Sometimes they just do it.
Well, is it a good god or is it a bad god?
I don't know.
Subjective.
Sometimes stuff.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's
Yeah,
subjective.
it is actually subjective.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's very subjective. Some people don't have good opinions about good gods and goddesses.
Yep.
I met the goddess of luck. She's really nice.
Fortuna. I'm guessing you ran ran a little bit into the god that Joe kind of worships.
I ran the Fortuna in Orlando, Saka.
Yeah, I have two. She's actually the goddess that me and Theo got. Technically, since Joe was our pastor, he was putting the kind of thing on Fortuna because, you know, I don't fully appreciate going to churches and stuff at the same time. Oh God, right now I do though. I don't wanna.
Is it because you're a paladin?
I am no paladin.
Yes,
I didn't-
technically.
What? No! I look like a friend, and she was technically a healer and more of a battle mage? Battle
War
mage,
priest.
maybe.
There you go. No.
Cleric-ish?
You cannot be a battle mage. Yes, that's a war priest.
I guess.
You're not completely
Then
a
again-
paladin, however, you're more of a cleric-like war priest.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, this is like, I don't think if you're not happy with Holy, I've been radiating.
You're the middle ground of being helpful and beating the shit out of motherfucker.
I can't hear her. She's kinda silent.
I bet she's screaming
She's
now.
gonna. Yeah, I wouldn't doubt that. She
Probably,
really-
yeah.
Most likely
I guess you could
crucified
also
somewhere in your
say
mindscape
she-
somewhere.
I hope not.
Yeah. Hey, Saya.
Hmm.
I heard a Geltier died.
What? Wait,
Wait, what?
Hold up.
Huh?
Mm-hmm.
Huh?
Mr. Geltier died.
Where did this come from?
From one.
When?
Everyone's been talking about it, and the meat rag on the Azure wings.
You
What
heard anything
killed
about
Geldier?
that?
More people around my friend, which means they are no longer sad. Come here. Pumpkin pie with vanilla icing.
Ooh.
Like, thank you. I'm probably
Yes.
gonna take this home.
Good. Enjoy it.
But, okay. I'm gonna put it in my bag of holding.
Boy, have you heard
that.
anything about that? I figure you were the one most knowledgeable about things, so...
That would be something we probably need to hear
Your suit's
about, or
neat. I like it.
I've been
try to take-
dying up from emotions for the last few days. No. I
Fair
do
enough.
not hear it.
Okay, fair enough.
Lying.
No, but of
Won't
all
confirm the
people
information.
killed, yeah, that would be the thing when you double
They
confirmation.
said something was in his internal.
Hmm.
Geldir did get affected by the curse, and I know what he was. Oh god, he better not have. He was purge. He was purge metals. He was literally more robotic and stuff. And this happened.
Galdir might be a threat then. Cool.
No, because he thought he when this happened, he was sane of mind and he wasn't acting like purge. I don't think him or Arya had the purge protocol at all.
No, it's the mindset of the person. We already confirmed that. Somebody can mimic the code because they think about it.
I want Mr. Geldir back.
Galdir might be fine. He might be just put himself away, but yeah, look into it.
We don't. As far as I know, until there's a full-on confirmation evidence, Wisp, don't think too hard on it. Could be someone said it and because they didn't like it. Stuff.
No,
Maybe.
but here's the thing. If it is true, that is one of the oldest people that's been across these lands been killed.
Let's not think about that right now.
What the hell? I'd be curious what that would. Anyways. It's okay.
Mr. Geldir was really nice to me.
But if it is true, then okay. Fuck. If he did die, I know who's. No, but if he did die, then I know who the hell is going to be very upset.
You'll have to enlighten me because I have no idea.
His wife.
His wife. She is the literal princess of
Mr.
Isabel.
Geldir.
Oh.
Yeah,
that would be a problem.
She already lost Belle once, and she came back, and then she lost Slade.
I'm seeing a path of a similar person.
Wisp, we'll have to. The best thing right now is also fully not think about it until you actually see or hear more confirmation. Take a lot of information with a grain of salt till you actually get the facts.
Indeed.
As well as Geldir's a fucking strong-ass man, and as far as I always see him, and fought alongside him. Probably need more confirmation from that, which is something we can look into. But I'm not stepping near Zafira with someone who's hunting down Zarus members, or at least people looking like Zarus. No thanks. I'm not putting myself that much at risk.
No, you're not.
I'm staying away from it.
Good.
Yeah, I don't know who it is.
You know what? Just to make this even more better, as your sister, I'm forbidding you to go to Saphira.
I'm not going to!
I know you're not.
I don't plan to.
Look, I know, I'm being silly.
At best, I'm probably gonna go. If I do go to Zafira, it's the warehouse. The warehouse is an industrial. I'm a lot safer there than I am anywhere else. Plus, Kaiga knows.
Meat Rack is definitely not safe.
Dangerous.
That is definitely not safe.
Do you go with someone, Wisp?
Also, everyone there protects me.
Okay. There's people there protecting. But I'm not going there. I know warehouse is safer. Kaiga's fucking already knows the news, and he's like if anything doesn't happen, I'll make sure that no one messes with you. Plus, Alter and I have actually been, like, talking since he's that undead therapist that people talk about, or psychologist, therapist?
He got turned into an LS robot, though.
Yeah, he doesn't like it. We've talked about it.
I told people there's a certain red and black company that people could change the logo over to feel a little bit better.
Depends. Well,
Closing in 5 minutes.
We
Please make sure
recently
you
took
have
them
finalized
down.
any
They're
book
fine.
rentals, requests, and start making your way toward the center waystone or
I never been to the
Have a wonderful
warehouses.
evening.
Their house is pretty cool. Kaiga runs a very strict and tight ship when things happen, and as far as I see, they're a crazy little family. They're really caring about each other when things get really serious. Which I'm happy.
Well, we should probably get going. Do we want to wrap this? We can continue this over in Elysion if you'd like.
Yeah, that might be the best.
There's a
too,
fair bit I need to
actually.
still tell you.
Yeah, we can go and talk about it more seriously. I'm
Have fun, you two.
staying
Oh,
safe.
you
I've
would
done
know.
nothing today.
I'm just coming
I've done nothing.
over.
today.
We're starting to wrap up. Make sure you guys heard the announcements and all that.
We did.
Does it
Yep.
feel like answering a quick
I did.
question for me then? How did the deer man get killed?
What?
Oh, you didn't. They don't even know. God, that's actually surprising. Fuck.
Probably not many people know.
What are you referring to? What happened?
Killed deer because he was the purge metal.
What?
If he actually did die, I swear everyone's gonna be pissed at whoever did it.
Well, the question is more of finding out who actually did, if he actually is. That's the bigger question. But right now, it's not something we should concern ourselves with until, as you said, confirmation is given.
I should probably text her at some point, because Auron and I are kind of like pretty good friends.
Well, let's hop out of here and then we can head over to Elysion. What the fuck? Oh boy, we were having such a good conversation, and then Whisk comes over. It's like, God damn it!
It was closing time, motherfucker.
Oh yeah, I know.
Fuck?
I was gonna have
It was closing time.
The child has been gifted something. Zonte gave her a can of silly string.
Oh, wait, don't look at me like you're fucking sad. I can't do shit about it.
I'm not sad.
So the funniest thing
Hey,
was
hey, Cat.
the both of them were just sitting there and being like, it's like, I feel like I know you. It's like, oh, I used to be smaller and run around a casino. It's like, oh, I used to be smaller too. It's like, oh, what's
No.
your name? Zonte. I feel like I should know who you are.
Listen, I was so close to going on the Azure. However, Maxine was just sitting there going, I'm almost mentally burnt out. That's a very bad idea.
Also, much of the Azure is gone right now. They're doing a mission. They're doing the small mission right now. Yeah, that's gonna be interesting when people come back with that information, because I know what that information is. Smile.
Waiting on the certain moment for myself.
Soon.
I hope to God it's not November.
I don't think we've set a date for that. I don't know yet. I don't think
And
we
also,
discussed
there's
that part
gonna be a
yet.
little scene if you want to come spectate.
It'd be nice to know, so I'm not being left in the dark still. I
Yeah,
have no idea what's going
I will.
on.
I will poke just to double check because I know we brought it up during the meeting. but we didn't solidify anything of like in terms of when that's gonna happen. We have ideas, we just haven't solidified anything right now.
And
Okay.
she started breaking down
Yeah,
again.
we just have, like I said,
Poor girl is.
we're not entirely 100% certain how we're going to do
I'd
so.
like to figure things out since I'm literally in Vicelogia and I don't know what to do on my end at all. I'm just sitting here
Yeah.
going, I don't know what to do at all.
Yeah, I'll poke
existing.
Gren for sure at the very least, and then he can reach out to you.
Ran is because
As of right now,
not even because envy exists, because envy was repressed.
we're basically Cynthia's basically pursuing a way to track down Dragono. She's pursuing a way right now.
Of something he's never.
So
It's pretty much he didn't know what he was arguing with, and he still doesn't.
Oh
Even when he
boy,
remembers everything, he's
and that's
not
gonna be
know
some
what voice he was talking
fucking
about.
heavy
You
conversations.
accidentally pursued the wrong sister.
So that's
That
why
would
he-
be
that's why he
funny.
left.
It's like, ah, yes, we're gonna go find Dragono.
I don't know what it is.
That's not Dragono. Who the fuck? Who the fuck
So
is
I need
this?
to not be here.
Don't worry, I can help you find her.
And then just be like, for a price.
No, it's not even for a price. It's called.
Saya didn't know what it was.
I'll help you
and
find
why
her.
she felt
That's it.
slightly bad. And when they did
This is
have
the code. I'm finding
she's
people.
like,
There's people here.
okay, it's mainly
This is my chance to get out of
what
here.
one said was really
Why
factual.
not?
It was envy
Yeah,
poison in
yeah.
the mind.
So the thing that's gonna make envy dangerous when he eventually does
Yeah,
just become an
we'll-
actual regular fragment.
I'll reach out to Gren and I'll let him know to poke you about what the potential idea is, and then we'll go from there.
To certain extents, because envy.
Because we're not because at the very least we have, like I said, we have an idea of how to introduce her. We just don't know how yet. We're not at that point yet.
The one envy's gonna have the easiest sway over is gonna be other sins, because duh.
Look, Saya heard about things. She's hoping it's not real. She's hoping that.
That's not gonna be my weakness.
So I have actually no idea out of character if that actually is true or not. I actually don't know. I saw the clip,
Same here.
but I'm just like,
I've seen the clip.
I don't know if that's legit.
I went, is that the mind stuff, or is it actually confirmed at all?
Yeah, that's what I don't know, because all the other ones that like happened during that Mindscape thing is like, I don't know if that's true or not. Anyways, by the way, the fucking Elysion map is gone. It's not on VR chat anymore.
No!
Yeah, so you know the wonderful map that I use. Here, I'll just, you know this map?
Yeah, that's gone.
Yeah, it's gone.
I guess.
It's no longer on VR chat anymore. Yeah.
Fuck.
Which really sucks. Which also now means I need to probably go actually have someone make that. I might actually go commission Sora, because Sora's commissions are apparently open for that. But I need to know how much it's going to be. I might actually ask. Actually, if anything, I might ask Sizzle. Because Sizzle makes good maps.
Do Sizzle.
Yeah,
does really good
Sizzle makes really good maps, yeah.
Actually, they need to still finish something for the house, so I think.
Yeah.
Busy. I don't know if we can.
Yeah, I'm gonna poke Sizzle and
so
see.
funny if
Anyways,
going,
so out of the maps I
"Why
do
do
have
you
still
look
the
like
for
cooler
Elysion.
kids?"
You can have funny times.
We're gonna go Twilight Reflection. So I'll
Legitimately, I saw the pictures and the
I'll
first
just invite you
joke that
then.
went through my head was done. So I could have your dick.
Okay, I'll be right there. Oh,
Tunsek, why are you a twink?
see you later. Oblivion, are you coming to spectate or?
If you guys want to come second,
Yeah, probably.
If you want to spectate, you can. Yeah,
Still more talking.
it's up to you.
Yeah, there's more gonna be talking.
Do you want to
There's gonna be
spectate,
more
Kat?
talking, so
I'm just here.
Okay, if you
I
wanna,
exist.
if you wanna come, let me know. I'll invite you. Okay. Boy.
Pertain to some of this information will be shared. As of right now, we don't have a name for the currency of Vicelogia, so for right now, we're just gonna dub it the currency, or whatever, like the unknown currency.
I have Bitcoin.
It's Bitcoin. It's Bitcoin.
Oh my fucking god.
No, he's not happy because of how I fight. Because I'm not that trying my best hard. No.
You weren't taking your fucking hits.
Okay. But on the real, for those who it would affect, the information on the currency would have been brought up to any main crew members to catch them up to speed about the possible trade that this country had undergone before the downfall happened, basically. The papers and the journal that Christoph got, the papers that some of you also retrieved.
What the fuck?
Marco would have passed you the rest of the pages to see if they match.
And if you would have looked at them, they would have matched. Same writing.
Crazy.
Double tap your left trigger or hold the tab. What the fuck?
Don't. I'm gonna kill you. As the Avalons would have received the evidence and like the journals and all of that, they would start to decode the language bit by bit. Obviously, it's not going to happen right away, but given time, they will be able to decipher and decode what exactly this language is and what it says on the papers and in the journal.
Why can I not open the menu? What the fuck?
The tinge of death that happened when some of you were stabbed, shot with an arrow, that will not linger for long due to the fact that if I turn around there's something stupid behind me, I swear to God.
Omega, stop.
God fucking damn it. Anyway, I'll go ahead and finish it off with this. The languages will be fully decoded. The currency is just unknown as of right now. We're not calling it Bitcoin. That was a joke.
Bro, let me find out this cost about.
No.
Okay.
And with the metal that you acquired, there's not. It's similar to iron, but it's denser and it has more of a stronger feel to it. I guess is a good way of putting it.
What about the water?
The water? Oh, about that. By the time y'all were running around, when y'all would have gotten to the house, the water would have melted through the glass.
That's crazy. What is the consistency?
Yeah, what is that
consistency? I took AP Chem.
My question is, what were these bottles in?
Oh, I can myself.
Well, no, would they have been like in a bag, a satchel, a box?
I didn't get the chance to fill mine, so I just still have an empty flask.
Tara was the one to carry all of them. Usually those are carried in like biohazard bags, so anything that, like any type of biohazard type of material is always
like
in that
plastic
bag.
baggies.
Like yeah, kind of like that.
They are protected.
Okay, would have eaten through that as well.
Damn.
Okay.
That would have been around the same time that y'all would have gotten to the tree.
I would think that if you had them like on your person, like in the back, I would think like Mark during the mission, man, why is it so breezy today? The rest of his pants were behind him, completely gone from the acid. It's just gone.
It's like Mark goes ahead
How do I close this?
like, they got my acid. No one look. I swear to God, if you look and take pictures, I will know.
God.
But anyways,
let's see. Was there anything else?
Yeah.
I don't know how to turn this off now. What the fuck? Oh, whoa. This map's menu system got weird.
The fuck?
Because I can't turn it off or on.
I can't figure out where the menu is.
So it's supposed to be double tap left trigger and it shows up in your left hand. When I loaded up the world, it didn't show up. When I rejoined the world, it showed up, and now I can't get it to go away. So I don't know what the fuck is going on.
Huh.
So here's the fun thing.
World funky.
I'm gonna try rejoining real quick. Let me see.
Okay. Honestly, like this world way too much. The moon, I just like it for the aspect of how pretty it is.
Okay, so now it disappeared. What the fuck? Oh my god. You know what? You know what? Fuck it. I'm not even gonna bother with this anymore. So this one is the audio, by the way. This one's audio. If you want to turn audio off, it's right here. I don't know. Yeah, it turns off the ambience too, but I can't pull up the small menu now for whatever fucking reason. So I don't give up. I don't fucking know. Anyways, let me. Yeah, let me see if Kat's coming or not. But I will send her another invite. Okay.
We probably don't want to start here.
No, we're not.
We want to start someplace else.
How's the Azure mission going? I have no idea. They finished it. Yeah, what's up?
I like this world way too much.
Yeah, this map is really pretty. Let's see.
So I had been to both versions of this map so many times, I never realized that there's actually like a whole rest of the map past the gazebo
Oh yeah.
and all that other shit.
Oh yeah, this map is massive. It's massive.
It took me coming here with Kirby and all of them to realize that there's more to this map than just this little area.
Yep. You know what? Fuck it, I'm gonna keep this on.
I saw that. I will fucking smack you one.
They finished it. I don't know what the results are, but yeah.
Look, the Q goes in the Q hole. The light stuff goes in the light stuff.
Oh yeah, the Q hole the Q goes in the Q hole. Smile. Anyways, all right.
Twerking that one day is just the fucking.
That was the fucking. Well, you weren't even there for that one. You weren't even there for that. The original one.
I know.
And I keep telling Q that too. It's like, I keep reminding Q as Sariel and just like never letting her live that one down.
Please never.
Oh yeah.
Please
all right.
never do that again.
Anyways, all right.
Let's
go. Come on. Let's go this way. Let's go down here. Where'd Oblivion go?
I have no idea.
Well, shit.
He's a nerd.
Well, shit. Oh, there he is. Oblivion. I would say use the gazebo, but there's fucking seats, and we can't toggle the seats off. So, we're not going there. Yeah, we're going down here. We're going down here. Alrighty, we're just gonna be here, and we're just gonna sit in this area, I think that'll be nice. Alrighty.
Portal.
Yeah.
Open portal behind us.
Alright. Cards up as soon as you exit the portal. Oh, that works.
It's fucking weird to light step. It is really weird to light step through a portal.
Why did you light step through a portal?
I don't know. I've been having to get used to doing this. Ugh. And your division's just white. That's all it is. It's
Really?
white.
Well, that's interesting.
Yeah.
Well, this works. This place works. Nice on the riverbank. And it's nice and quiet.
It's pretty.
Yeah.
At least I've always been pretty in my eyes.
It really is. Really is. So, where was I? All right. Endless showed up. And from that, she, did her usual spiel. And then she brought up something interesting. She brought up something very interesting. She asked us if we knew the reason why the 3 fallen champions were not remembered by the other Twillin.
Why she'd ask that?
Well, according to her, it was because Q unwrote their futures.
Why?
That's what we're trying to
figure.
No, it doesn't. And that's what we're trying to figure out more than anything right now. Is if this is true or not, because, well, we can't confirm this with Q, because Q doesn't remember this. So, and because of their futures being unwritten, thus do they become endless. Thus, they are already dead. And right now, they are fully under the command of the Endless.
That's the weird part.
Let's see. She then invited us to go to a location, which I believe took us to a place near the shores of the Endless, I think. Somewhere along those lines. Took us there. Basically, how to talk. This one was more so discussing her side of things. Kind of like weird insight things from her or something like that, which was odd. One of the things that she...
odd.
Yeah, one of the things that she did mention was that she was the one who is taken over the Queen of the Endless. Like, she and the two of them have merged. Something like that. I'm not entirely... My mind's blanking on that particular visit. Following that, there was another venture where we found out that Rachel decided to do something interesting. She apparently, let's see. Rachel apparently decided to deep dive into both the minds of Q and the Endless.
Why? That's even riskier than anything.
Well, apparently, so after we came back from the juxtaposed realm, those of us who were there started hearing things.
kind of things, like whispers.
Out of character, did you hear the sound file that was posted in the Discord?
I think so, yeah.
Okay. Here, I can... Listen. As you focus upon it, the memory of what Kimmy posted in the Discord in regards to what an individual would have heard. And you would basically get her, Sariel's experience with it, basically. She was talking with someone, felt dizzy. Voices started to fade away a little bit, and then you start hearing that soundbite that Kimmy posted in the Discord. You might have to go up a few bits. I think it's in the announcements page. Yeah, it's up in the announcements.
It's almost like someone's trying to talk.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what it seemed like. Happened to me a couple times. And then it faded away.
Yeah, that's nothing that any of us have.
Indeed. And it was only affecting those who went to the juxtaposed realm.
Because I never heard that.
Yeah. In addition to that, it seems Rachel managed to figure it out. According to her, it was some kind of call for assistance. Hence why she did what she did. And of course, none of this information was shared to any of us until we gathered that week. And come to find out that both she and Sky delved into something of what they called the ego. I'm not entirely sure how to describe that. But what they did was, well, they basically went past everything. Down into the deepest parts of Q and Endless. As far as I can recall, they didn't really find anything, but Q said that there was something that we needed to collect. She said that unfortunately, because of there was a piece of text on the stone that is currently the other sanctum area that is undecipherable, or at least it's untranslatable into common tongue. She needed to find a way. There was and there was apparently some kind of item that Q said that was needed to be able to do that. The problem was the Endless held it. So, we got sent back into the Endless. We found ourselves in a library of sorts. And you know that feeling you get when you have eyes watching you?
Oh, God, more than people realize I hate that feeling.
Try that with thousands upon thousands looking at you for a briefest of seconds and then fading.
Oh, God. Sounds similar with Saris and Madness.
Oh, okay. Fair enough, then.
Madness, it's voices, and you can still feel eyes. Fire, at least it wasn't fiery eyes. Feeling like Just, anyway, I hate that feeling.
Yeah, it was not pleasant, but we went to the library to find this item. We weren't entirely sure where it was located. We just knew it was somewhere there. Did a little bit exploring around. Lo and behold, we found Endless playing an organ in a room. That was interesting.
It seems like Endless likes doing that and literally waiting for us to show up.
Pretty much. Pretty much.
It's become a pattern.
Yep. So she was surprised we had arrived there. Quite surprised, actually. She was actually rather courteous, if you could believe that.
Yeah, I don't believe that courteousness is fully...
I don't either, but she kind of was. Like, you know, that's how she acted.
Ominous.
A little bit.
Ominous.
She was curious as to why we were there. We told her, you know, we were looking for knowledge, and she's like, well, what could I help you with? And we're like, well, do you have anything in particular that could translate ancient Twillen language? She's like, okay, probably. And you...
She's not gonna give you a straight answer.
No, not really. She said she was willing to make a offer. We had to, either... I forget what the other part of the offer was, and I know we didn't like it. But her offer was, we could go into a book and basically relive the memories of the fall of the Twillen realm. With us playing as characters.
Please hope to God you guys did not say yes.
Let me put it to you this way. Some of them were actually considering it. We were hesitant. And she's like, well, okay, if you need some time to think it over, I'll give you some time to think it over. I have to go and take care of something real quick. Oh, the other option was, the third champion, the fallen champion, the one that has the weird smile. Remember that one? The goat one or whatever? She said that one had been causing her problems. She would do in the exchange...
You can take care of it.
Well, more so, she wanted us to lure them back to her into the library. Which we had no idea how to... Yeah, which we had no idea how to do that.
No!
So, two really bad options. Yeah, two really bad options. Yeah. So, she left us alone for a time. Yeah, she left us alone for a time, and, you know, we went around and trying to figure out what we should do. One of the things that I had noticed was while we were talking, and when I had made mention to her that we were looking for that specific thing, she turned and directed her gaze up to the upper floor, which was very odd. So, when she had left, I had instructed Rachel and I think, who else was it? There's one other that went with Rachel. Told her to basically, you know, go up to the third floor and see what we could find. I think it was Lee Rock. I think Lee Rock was there. Meanwhile, myself and Nomi, we went into the room where the Endless came from. And Nomi, we had an interesting thought. What if we played music to find the object. Because I remembered that Twillin society very much loves music. In fact, their language is quite literally based around it. In a way, it is. And so we decided to have one of us play on the organ. Lo and behold, when we did, the song that was played resonated throughout the library. And it directed us directly to the top floor to a weapons case. Inside was a sword. Upon touching the sword, all of us were pulled into it.
Oh no.
Yep. Yeah. So, how do I even describe how that felt? I don't even think I can.
Being pulled into an object or a thing that...
No, not even that. Not even that. When we were being pulled into that, we were basically asked a question. Who or what are you? My answer: I'm a dragon elf, I'm a caretaker, and I am one of Q's champions. When we got to where we ended up, it was like we were the embodiments of those aspects, if that makes sense.
That does make sense of... Depending on what everyone's answer was.
So, for example, Nomi, the Twilight Blade, wore Q's child. Which was funny because she and I were basically could sense each other's, like, senses of self, and we were basically polar opposites.
Oh god.
Which was very interesting. But, yeah, everyone else's was interesting. They, each answered in their own way. We found ourselves basically in a period of time after the fall of I believe it was after or before. I'm not even sure. It was a part of the Twilight Realm. Frozen in time. There was a statue, that Nomi recognized as the hero.
I think he's talked about this hero before, hasn't she, with some of her stories?
Yes, a little bit. I've never fully heard I've not actually heard the full story, but I've heard most of it. But we started wandering around, and we started hearing echoes, voices, moments of the past. And from what we could gather, these were true moments. A lot of them were with Q. Back before the everything happened. At least most of them.
Was she happier?
Some of them were. One of them was demanding to know why the Twilight Mother had done certain things. And in fact, one such one was she had asked the Twilight Mother why she had killed 3 of her friends. 3 of her soon-to-be champions. Kriwar being among them. I still am not sure if these are true pieces or not. It's still a lot to wrap my head around because, quite frankly, it didn't make sense. Some of this did not. It still doesn't make sense. It's.
If there are echoes, then maybe they are from different points of view. Not of Q herself sometimes, but something else watching.
These were of Q. Of that we know for certain. And for the most part, we do believe, at least it is strongly suspected that each of these moments actually happened. After that particular one, we heard a thing from Q of she was... Oh, and the Twilight Mother forbade the 3 that she had killed from resurrecting.
God, awful.
Q decided...
Never had an afterlife.
Oh, remember, the Twillin basically constantly come back. It's a cycle. They go back to the Nexus and then they are reborn. Q did not take this lying down. And from what it sounded like, she herself resurrected her 3 friends.
They were not the same, were they?
Oh, I'm pretty sure they were. Actually, I'm fairly confident that they are. The worst and most damning information we got was that there was a moment where Q was talking to Silsai. She questioned things, wondered why the Nexus was what it was.
Asking a very old question.
Exactly. And from that conversation, we think we have an answer. As I said, the Twillin, it was a constant cycle of death and rebirth, creation, destruction, balance. The Nexus of Souls. Q said it was a mistake. A mistake that should never have been created.
Because there's no end.
Indeed. Some see it as a blessing, others saw it as a curse. Worse still, how do you sustain a Nexus of Souls? Why was it that the Twilight Mother constantly went out to war? Why was it? Why is it that worlds fall?
She was sacrificing millions of people or millions of souls to that Nexus. keep it afloat?
Because she didn't want her people to die.
She didn't want to lose people.
She didn't want to
One
lose her
thing-
children.
To give your people the life and that cost so many people that were innocent. Right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I asked a question to Nomi. Why is it that you're sent out to go and bring an end to worlds? And then I asked her, what is the definition of a world that needs to be reset so that the cycle can begin again? Nomi has also been contributing to it as well. Unawares, as far as I'm aware. She was questioning things herself, I could tell.
I've been too.
Yeah. The voices, or the echoes, spoke again after that point. Told us to meet in the square where the statue had been. When we got there, we found someone. Actually found someone. An elven woman. Old. Very old. She is the reason why the juxtaposed realms are not colliding. She alone is the one who is keeping the realms in a state of flux, never progressing, never reversing. What we believe...
Balancing line?
What we believe is that she's trying to find an outcome, cycling through the endless possibilities for the most optimal one.
She's trying to find the right path for everyone.
Something. Not entirely sure what. We then left shortly afterwards, because we had gotten apparently what Q had needed. And then Nomi felt something from what it sounded like. And that there was something else that needed to be found. And this is where this gets really complicated and confusing, and this is where my brain, I cannot wrap my head around this particular set of information. I have tried, I can't. Nomi transported us out of this place we were in. Where we ended up was in front of something called the Electric Eye. Yeah, a giant eyeball the size of a planet. And then someone called the Oracle showed up, demanding to know why we were there. And how did we get there? And told us we needed to leave as soon as possible or we were in very serious trouble. As in death trouble.
Oh, that's great.
So, yeah, we immediately left. This oracle woman also came, got us out of there, brought us back to where, the other part of the sanctum for Q.
That's terrifying.
Yeah, there was a lot of information that got then talked about. There's an object in that area that is apparently a cube of entropy of some kind that I don't understand. Yep. I can't. This is where I'm not even sure how this all connects together. I really cannot piece this right now. I have tried and I have failed. The Oracle then was just like, yeah, no, I'm gonna leave you now for you to deal with this. And then also made the comment of, I have also made a deal with the Endless. For whatever reason, she didn't really state what it was, and then she vanished. She just left. And then, so Q then comes back. We give the information to Q. Q's at a loss for words, literally.
I mean,
yeah. And then that's just, it was too much for my head at that point. They were talking about things that made no sense. I excused myself and I went back home. I couldn't, which she understood, but it's just like, it was too much for my brain to try and wrap.
Process.
Yeah. Also, apparently,
especially with the talk of, it almost sounded like, how do you deal now with the fact that I felt bad for Nomi?
Yeah.
Because if she never knew that she was doing this and causing these people that were innocent, probably people, to just be factored into a well of literal souls to keep some people alive, I think would shatter a lot of my own reality.
Yeah, it's weird.
I'd want to stop doing it.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want to keep doing it.
Now, come last gathering, we got the message that Q was leaving, going on a journey of self-reflection. From what it seems like, the meddling with Rachel and us going down into these egos, or whatever they call it, it's apparently affected each of them in some way, both Endless and Q. As you know, Q went out to try and discover herself, which is odd, to say the least.
She also said she was looking for...
Yeah.
Which...
Mm-hmm.
That's gonna be a... Oh yeah, that's something I also don't think you knew about. Remember the girl down in Heaven's Reach, the statue? One of them.
Yeah,
the one on
Kokomi,
the far...
right?
No.
The other one?
Niku Hasuke. The one who was the Hong Moon hero.
The one who was a former champion.
Mm-hmm. So we technically saw her, but a different point in time?
Huh?
That her ghost is kind of... It's weirdly complicated in that she's back, but not back. It's odd seeing a ghost of her almost. She
Okay.
apparently helped David. She apparently helped David while he was asleep. Brought him kind of to where she could stop. That's why now Heaven's Reach is safer, because Scarlet is no longer a problem.
Yeah, that's what Q's thing showed us. That's what she said too. So, yeah. Q's gone. Out somewhere.
She's apparently going to go for several reasons.
Yeah. So a while back, there was an expedition back to the Isle of Sol to do some research there. While there, and in one of the, I think it was Rachel found, I think it was Rachel. Rachel discovered a crystal embedded in one of the rocks that was a Twillin inside of it. So you know how in the message Q said that there was someone that would be there to greet us, and it was someone that we rescued?
Yeah.
That was them. Except they're not a Twillin born of Q's Nexus. They're a Twillin that is born of Sol. The other, like, this is where it gets so confusing. The other Q or whatever.
Because there's...
Or like the Twilight,
the
I think
thing,
it's like maybe
there's
the original
endless
Twilight Mother. I'm not even sure at this point.
Because it's Endless Q. If Endless is the full-on dark parts of the Twillin, Q is the balance, there has to be light.
So this is where this gets even more weird. So the Twilight Mother had a sister. The sister was apparently killed, murdered somewhere along the lines. The essence was shattered and sent somewhere. Which Q was never made aware of. We also know that Q has a twin sister. Which is the Queen of the Endless. So this particular Twillin is believed to be the Q's mother, or from that mother's nexus back when they were called Soul or something like that. I'm not even... I really don't know.
This is getting more complicated.
Yep.
Yep. And I thought the in-between and the clocks were complicated. No, this is way more.
I'm still here. Give me 1 second. Yeah, no, this is very weird. Trust me, I don't understand any of this. So she was there to greet us. She's actually quite adorable. I will say that. She took on the name of Eri, and she has the appearance of a Sorvati. So yeah. Yeah.
This is complicated. Way more complicated than people realize.
And apparently it's going to get even more complicated. So, who knows?
Oh, yay.
So, it was actually really interesting because I'm the champion of the Sorvati. So, you know, it's kind of interesting to see at least how that works, but you know. So, yeah. You know, basically she was left in charge. Yeah, she was basically left in charge by Q. and basically had a small conversation about like what we wanted to do. And excuse me. It was decided that we would try to track down the mysterious woman, in which there were, if you recall from the message Q left for us, there were what felt like images that didn't belong.
Yeah.
The images were of the one in white. And if you remember,
Yeah, I saw that.
we were there. We saw her and met her.
Mm-hmm.
When we were chasing down Q the last time.
Mm-hmm.
And so, you know, she apparently was there, and we were wondering, well, why did she show up there? That was interesting. I'm also curious as to why Endless showed up in that too, but I'm not entirely sure. I did see Endless in that message for a brief moment.
So did I.
Mm-hmm. But it was decided that potentially we should go and question why she was there. And, you know, in between that, Nomi and Hax were just fooling around, which was hilarious.
When are they not?
True. And then then we found out that the other members of the council got left behind by Q as well. So that to note, that's the former champions of old. The spirits of them, at least.
Great.
So
We're gonna be mad at her.
Silsai came out. Esper came out. Krewar came out, which was really nice because I actually got to speak with him for a little bit, which was nice. I enjoyed that. Ilan Fey came out. That's gonna be interesting. Ilan Fey came out. I'm missing one. Did I say Esper?
Yeah. So maybe Eos?
No, Eos is fallen, remember? Eos is not there.
Yeah, no. Mind.
No, wait, no. That was correct. Okay, no, I'm correct. That was all of them. So yeah, each of them came out, which was interesting. We got to speak with them for a little bit.
They're probably not happy.
Nope. Esper definitely wasn't. She was very angry.
Thought so.
Yep. Yeah, it was nice getting to speak with Krewar again. It was nice. But yeah.
I'm only a little bit mad at. I'm only a little bit mad at Q from everything that happened with Scarlet and Bill. It's almost like she was saying that I should have taken. It's almost like Q, when she was talking to me about it, she's almost wanting, it almost seemed like she wanted to take it out of Ethereal, to go with Scarlet, but it would happen.
Yeah. I don't know.
That's what I'm frustrated for her.
I
wanted to talk to her about it. And I wanted to give her a little piece of my mind, the same with David.
Well, I'm sure you'll get the chance to do that. Q will come back at some point.
I know.
Though if you want to give David a piece of your mind, do let me be there for that. I want to see that. Because also David needs to really have a piece of him. David is really just... I'm upset at what he did. I really am. You don't do stuff like that.
He jumped in without any of the other champions even knowing about it.
Mm-hmm.
And none of the vanguards knew about it until he did.
Yep.
And it put everyone at risk, and...
Yep. Yeah, I know.
And then after it all happens, he... I'm glad he's back, it's just my...
I know. Besides...
Tuesday, yes, she gave us more time. It didn't mean that my husband wasn't put into the same situation he put with Zaris and everything. Like,
No.
I didn't know what Scarlet would do, and I've now seen the things from the drift and what they can do to your mind. I didn't want his mind meddled with.
I know. He has a lot to answer for, that's for sure. But...
The champions and the vanguards need to fucking work together. Stop keeping secrets.
Yeah.
And making rash decisions. That also accounts for Q. He sometimes does that.
Boy. Yeah, you know, it would have been nice if Rachel had told us a lot of the information that she found out well before we did things. Because there was a lot of information that Rachel didn't tell us about. Which really would have been nice to know beforehand, that certain things had happened, but that's in the past now, and now we just push forward. But, continuing onward.
March forward.
I know.
We're finding the trust in each other more than the people that are leading us.
Yeah.
Scary.
It happens. But following that, let's see. We decided to go talk to this other Q. And in order to do that, we had to traverse the Endless. Again.
Yippee. That
And
would
apparently,
still not have been fun for me.
Apparently, there were a pair of adventurers that managed to find their way to this location a long time ago. I mean, we found our way there, but then that was by sheer coincidence. And when we were tracking Q down, because for whatever reason, we went to them and they directed us to Q, which didn't make sense, but it happened that way. Well, regardless, we had to go traverse the Endless. This particular location was not fun. It was really not fun.
The last time we traveled, it was weird.
No,
we heard and saw things.
No, this was worse. This was worse.
How worse?
So, pitch black. Interspersed with some light. And we realized that if we didn't have a light to get traverse, things would not potentially go well. So, funnily enough, we happened to run into, I forget the term for it, one of the Endless that has a lot of, autonomy. I forget the name.
Oh, no.
Oh, yeah, this
was
one
the one we saw.
This was, I think, Sky called him the Wickman or something like that.
Oh, God.
Yeah. He graciously decided to lead us to our destination, providing light, thankfully.
He was our Siri.
At one point, at one point, he told us that it's like, if I turn off the light and you need to stand completely still. Yeah, there's one moment where he did that. And you know that feeling when something moves over your skin?
Yes.
Yeah, and we didn't. Just that feeling across your entire body. Not the most pleasant thing. No, not at all. So that happened. And then he got to a point where apparently he couldn't progress forward. Yeah. And
ominous.
Then basically told us, you'll find where you need to.
Good luck.
Yeah, basically, good luck. You'll find your way forward.
Wow.
And turned off the light and fucking bolted.
I am so glad I wasn't there. I would have punched him.
Yeah, well. Yeah. So, we ran.
I'll let Cinder do that.
We ran. We had a general, light to follow in the very, very far distance. That was all we really had. And then we heard a voice.
Friendly or not friendly?
Very much not friendly.
Oh, okay.
Male voice. Basically, wondering why we were there. And then the goat endless showed up. The champion showed up. She was curious as well. And she was like, let me get you where you need to go. Which she did. And she told us that we were basically being hunted. By Ix.
Oh. Oh no.
Oh yeah. No, Ix was following us. Ix was following us. Oh yeah, no. It was So we ended up finding Q the Pure. The white Q that we found before. That was her name. Before we met her, though, we found an embodiment of the tree, I guess? You know that tree that we found her in front of? That white tree?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so there was a woman standing in front of it. She asked us what was the purpose of living.
Oh.
And she kind of questioned, questioning that. Nomi stepped up and, provided memories of why. And as a result of that, the tree actually kind of grew some blossoms, which is very interesting and quite pretty, honestly. And then told us that who we were wanting to speak to would be there shortly. Q the Pure then showed up shortly afterwards and was curious as to why we had come to her. Why had we come back? We explained that in a message Q had left for us, that, well, she appeared in it. And she was rather scared because I guess she has been trying to do things to try and influence things against the Endless without the Endless knowing, and the fact that that happened means someone kind of has eyes on her and knew what she was kind of doing. And we're not even.
That would be kind of risky.
And we're not entirely sure how the message even got hijacked. We have no idea how that happened. And we still don't. So, she then told us a few things about herself. I'm going to make this quick. In her timeline, she had basically sacrificed everyone around her. Sacrificed everyone to... There's not really words to describe it.
To the Nexus?
No. For her own gain.
Oh.
And everyone who was there with her suffered what she called a bad ending. Each one of us she looked at and told us exactly how it happened for each one of us in her timeline.
Ooh.
When she got to me, there is a question that my eldest sister has been trying to answer for the past couple centuries. Why do we exist? Why are there 6 of us? I had only ever told Q, and I think I might have told you once, but I only ever told Q once that my eldest sister was doing that. This Q also noted that. She said that the answer that we sought, the answer that we searched for, was too much for our minds to bear. And it broke us. I don't know what to think on that now.
But it's not what we have. If she just saw of what could, then it means that still things change.
It's true. It's
not set in.
Yeah, I know. It still makes me worry now, though.
You're right. I think it does that. Worry is on, so could. I think that question is too higher. What is our purpose in life? What do we need to do?
Hmm.
And I don't think we know that answer until...
Yeah.
Honest. Honestly, I'm glad I don't know that answer yet.
In a way, I'm glad too.
I have just learned what I don't wish to lose, what I don't and I want to keep doing.
Yeah.
I want to build a family. I want to protect those who care for. I want to do and make happy those happy places. What wishes?
Yeah. She ended the conversation shortly afterwards, basically stating that Ix was at the door, and he wanted his... He wanted a cut of the time. No, he was after us, not her.
Did you all get out?
Q offered a way of 2 ways out. We could either go back the way we came, or technically have Nomi take us out, or she herself would provide a way out, which she did. She took us right back to Q's sanctum.
I wouldn't have gone back from the way you came, since there was someone coming after you the same way.
Oh no, none of us wanted to fight. None of us wanted to fight Ix. None of us did.
Ix would be probably a too hard of a fight. It would require a lot of champ or shard bear.
Probably. Before we left, though, I told Q the pure 2 things. She dreads interacting with things because she's afraid that the future will repeat itself for her. That these bad endings will repeat itself. She had only started to grow more confident in trying to push forward, trying to not make the mistakes she did before. Because this Q had been killed, and then was brought back. How, we're not entirely sure. Not even she's entirely sure why. But now she's trying to make things right. And so I told her 2 things. Study the past to change the future. And then I told her, the tree that you are protecting has potential. You can see it in its branches, its growth, the flowers that have now adorned the branches.
Still life can become a beautiful thing at the end of the day.
Exactly.
Just needs care and time.
Exactly. She has the chance to make things right. And I told her we would probably see her again. After all, paths seem to have a funny way of crossing every so often. And no doubt ours will cross with her again sometime down the future.
Most likely. If she is someone we save, probably means that there will be more interaction, that we can learn and glean more from her.
And she gave us a way to get back to her without having to traverse the darkness again.
I would not want to have to go through that.
No, once was enough.
And we thought that going through and finding those endless things with the whispers bad. That place is terrifying.
Yep, and we're probably going to find other terrifying things. I'm not looking forward to that. But
I can safely say seeing someone get digitized is probably the worst I've seen now. Yeah, that's kind of what happened during the raid. We did lose someone who was an AI, but their body digitized and fell apart. It wasn't pretty to see.
I can imagine not. But that is at least the major points of things that have happened recently.
I'm sorry I haven't been around.
There is
this whole thing kind of
there is nothing to apologize for, Sariel. I would be around more if I could too. We each have our own things
You'd
to
see
do.
all the problems. You'd see all the problems I have to do.
Yeah. But for right now, I think it's time we rest.
I'm probably staying here for the night. I'll probably have to tell Imperial and May and Mocha that I'm there. I'm sleeping under this tree. No one can stop me.
Alright. I think that sounds like a nice idea.
At least a nap. Sleep has been getting hard.
If there's anything I can do to help.
It's only been because I've been trying to deal with not trying to think about
Well then rest.
when Imperial was away. When Imperial was away, there was hallucinations I was dealing with. One of them got bad. The drift. The scariest thing I can.
Then rest, sister.
I planned.
I know. It's what this place is for. And cards done. Because I have to go. I have to actually get out because I have
fuck.
Yeah, that went on way longer than I wanted it to. Fuck. There was a lot to catch up on too, to be fair, so it was just like, fuck.
They were
Oblivion.
they were having a time. They were having a time. They don't get oftentimes like this.
Yeah.
Plus, she hasn't been up to the cathedral too much either, because she doesn't want to go up much because of with this now, because she knows how many
Love you, hun.
there are that
Good
Aegis has to
night.
deal with specifically. So she goes. She's probably gonna go up there once in a very rare while until this is
I'll
over.
come join you.
Yeah, you.
Good night.
You.
I need to find a certain sin model for Tuesday.
Oh boy, yeah, you're doing the fucking funny thing. Yeah, they get to go talk to the Persona series. Yeah, Shadow.
Provided me and
They get to
Kirby
go through
aren't
Shadow
completely
things.
underwater or some shit.
Oh my god.
God.
Alright.
Because there's a fucking hurricane. Because there's another hurricane coming through.
Yeah.
And it's gonna hit both of us.
You know one's gonna see
I'm
me.
help-
Also, you're
I'm
not
helping
gonna see
family
me
set up,
tomorrow.
tomorrow.
You're not gonna see me
I'm
tomorrow
not here.
or him tomorrow.
I'm not around tomorrow anyways. I'm
Was it-
gonna be at
was it
Warden's.
fucking-
I'm at
Monday's
Warden's tomorrow.
Yeah, Monday's Wardens.
Yeah.
That is true. Oh,
Yeah.
fuck.
Yeah. So.
That's if we're not gonna be around, period. I'm turning my phone off. I'm putting my phone on silence. No one's seeing me.
Alright, I'm heading out. That was wonderful. I always enjoy getting to do stuff with Shaya. One of these, I need to actually sit and talk with you about some stuff off screen at some point.
Okay.
Yeah, I need to discuss things with you. But yeah, so I will see you all later. It was fun. Bye.
Good luck.
Yeah. Alright. Whoa. Hello, let me up. Okay. Alright then. Okay. So, that's me done for tonight. That was fun. That being said, I am going to hop out. I am going to go and send you all over to Saya. And I will see you all tomorrow night for Wardens. We will see what interesting things shall occur. But yeah. We got a couple more we got 2 Shadow Clones done. There are 3 left to obtain for Cynthia. And each one of those is going to be exceedingly painful. Oh boy. Yeah, so. And then we had a wonderful time talking with Saya, which I really enjoyed. There was a lot of downtime, and I'm sorry for that, but because things, you know, waiting for her and all that. But I hope you guys enjoyed the stream. I will see you all tomorrow. Take care. Have a good rest of your night. Thanks so much for hanging out and watching. I hope you all enjoyed. Bye.